Shout out to the Cows gang. I'm your host, Mr. Palmer, and welcome to the show, Victim or Volunteer. What's good, Cows gang? I'm about to go ahead and get back on the couch. I woke up this morning, I'm happy, glad I lived to see another year. So now I'm finna sit back and do what I do best. Nothing. I want to talk about teachers. Back in the day when I was going to school, you had teachers that was old enough to be your grandmother. You had a few teachers that was maybe, young, like in they 30s. But for the most part, we dealt with teachers who was like a grandmother or auntie or something like that. And back then, we showed teachers respect. And if we act up and got out of line, a lot of us got the ruler, got the paddle, on our hand or on our butt. And back then, parents actually said it was cool, and in my opinion, back then, teachers really cared. Now, in this day and age, it's not the same. You have teachers now who are young. They want to be the cool teacher. They want to be friends with their students to the point where they're having sexual relationships with the student. But we're not going to get into that. Not on this episode. But the point I'm making is, even as students, it's not the same. Because you have a lot of students now that do not respect the teachers. You have a lot of parents who use school as a babysitting mechanism. So they don't want to deal with them at home, so they take them to school. And the teachers gotta deal with the nonsense and the bull instead of being a teacher. A lot of things is not the same. Which brings me to this certain person. You have a man by the name of Marston Riley. Now, who was he? He was a teacher in the West Coast, out there in California. He was a music teacher at Maywood High School. Now, if you go look on his Facebook page, it says that he studied at Cal State University, and he went to Sentinel High School, and he worked at LAUSD as a teacher. And he's married to Tanya Riley, right? So there was a situation that happened back in 2018 where you had a student who was, at the time, because this happened back in 2018, and I believe at the time Mr. Riley was 65 years old, and this was sometime in November 2018. This was a student who was in 9th grade, and I believe the student was 14 years old, right? And this was in LA, Los Angeles, right? It is a video, and I can only play so much of it because YouTube gonna flag it, and I don't want to get flagged, nothing like that. But I'm gonna play all the way to the part where Mr. Riley got tired of that yakking, and he went to cracking. Gave him the Ike Turner fadeaway. But what happened was, I don't know what happened before the film started, but this teenager kept calling him the N-word. Now, people were saying he was a white boy, but to me, sound like he's Puerto Rican or Mexican or something. And he was calling all type of n***. He even bounced the ball at him. He even called him a bitch. He was disrespecting this man. He walked up on the man walked away. And finally, he got tired of it. Teacher kept saying, better go on. And students laughing. Ain't nobody trying to grab him, move him out the way, nothing like that. And finally, the Ike Turner fade came. But he was dealing with a lot of verbal abuse, a lot of racial slurs, swearing repeatedly at the teacher, slamming the basketball at him. And unfortunately, the teacher ended up getting arrested. But first, I'm gonna let you see parts of the video, and I'm gonna stop it when the fight ensued. Let's go.
Why your voice cracking, my nigga? Come on, bro. Yeah, walk back, nigga. You got me? Got me being bitch. What? Bro, I'm on, bro. Did you really say that, bro? I'm on, bro. Everybody saying that, my nigga. Bro, they're lying, bro. Stop lying, my nigga. You're the one lying, bro. I'm on, bro. Stop fronting, my nigga. You know you said shit, bro. I'm on. Bro, say it too, bro. We're right here, bro. Everybody's watching, my nigga. What's up, bro? You ain't telling me shit. Bro, I'm on, nigga. whole ass, bro. You don't right now, my nigga. Come on, man.
Man, if we're gonna take it.
Ooh, he said cut straight up.
Bro, why you shaking, bro?
Now, let me explain to you little homies out here. Just so you know, if a person is shaking and you talking all this shit, that just means he's about to swing on you. That means he can't take it no more. That means he's gonna give you the eye turn the fade away. That means you better get the out the way. That's what that means. See, he didn't understand. But before I continue, just to let you know, if somebody's shaking and stuff like that, that means he's gonna do something, and you better get the ducking and weaving, or you better just go ahead and take the first swing. Just to let you know. Let's continue.
So you say that shit, what's up, bro? You say that shit, bro, Ron? You say that shit or what? I'm telling you.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
So, right there is where you heard the punch. You know, you heard it, and most likely you seen it. It depends on how my girl Eileen edit this video. But just understand, he beat little homie up, beat his. And now, you know, when it comes to being a teacher, you're not allowed to put your hands on a student, and you can go to jail, you know. But this video was recorded, and the man kept telling him, go on, go on. Now, I will say, the teenager kept saying, say what you said. So to me, it was something that somebody told him, and he wanted him to say it to his face or whatever, which is still not a way to react against a teacher. The man was 65 years old, but you know, he should have told his parents, but people got something to prove and shit like that. And the only thing proves that you get whooped by a 65-year-old. And also, he had a cell phone in his hand, I believe he had, and he was clobbering with that cell phone, you know. So anyway, what ended up happening was he was arrested. And when people found out he was arrested, there was a lot of students that went to the school, and they used to go to the school, actually jumped to his defense, say he's not like that. He's a good teacher. He's always been kind. He always been nice. This is not right. And they was on his side. He actually had so much support from the community, especially after that footage was surfaced, that they put out a GoFundMe, man. They put out a change.org to support him. They put out a GoFundMe. He raised $191,795. The person who did it was Cecilia Diaz Jimenez, who organized this GoFundMe on behalf of Marston Riley. So shout out to her. And I believe they was doing it because for legal fees and stuff like that. So he did get the money that was raised, and I'm glad, good. They created that back in November 3rd, you know, and I'm just shocked because when you look at this video, it just shows on how a lot of students don't have respect for teachers. And teachers go through a lot as it is. You have teachers that really do want to teach and is not allowed to teach because of riffraff like this. But the good thing about this, overall, he got to GoFundMe, and the charges was dropped because he did get arrested. The charge was dropped against the teacher seen in the video, and the decision to dismiss the case was based on a number of factors, including the facts and circumstances surrounding the incident, right? So again, 14-year-old boy, racial slurs, disrespecting, bullying, everything else under the sun. And Mr. Riley, 65 years old, couldn't take it no more. For those who don't know where this school is, in Maywood, it's called Maywood. The school in Maywood, Maywood High School. It's a small city southeast of downtown Los Angeles. But unfortunately, you know, for that teen, he was hospitalized for moderate injuries. After the fighting, he was released, and the DA office had said the motion to file on Monday to drop a misdemeanor corporal injury charge against Riley, and the courts granted it. The decision to dismiss the case was based on a number of factors, including that Riley did not have a prior criminal record and not get into any trouble after the altercation. So he ended up taking a 10-week anger management course and is being forced into early retirement for a job. So he did not get fired, and he ended up having to retire early due to the situation. And Mr. Riley did thank his supporters and said because the case was dismissed, he can explain everything that happened with the student. So I want y'all to see the interview that he came out with CBS LA. And this was February 6th of 2020. So check out the interview and I'll get back to you.
When I got to that student particularly, he didn't have his uniform when I asked him for it, and he became belligerent.
Riley says the student he punched first threw something at him and then baited Riley with a slew of racist slurs.
He hit me with the basketball, so I decided, okay, I need to call security one more time. Once he finished talking, then I just turned and walked away and called security. And again, all that happened before the camera started rolling. In other words, what everybody saw, which is the second time he came into the classroom. He got worse and worse. The less I did, the worse he got. And it finally came to the altercation.
Looking back, we asked Riley if he would have done it differently.
Do you think you took it too far?
No, I tried to avoid it. I took what I took, and I didn't want it to go there, but it went there. If he wanted to avoid something like that, you don't leave and then come back.
The 64-year-old would be facing battles now on two fronts, a criminal case and the prospect of losing his job. Riley says he retired before the district handed down a punishment, and last fall the DA dropped the case.
It was like a weight off your shoulders.
Riley received significant support from his former students and parents. A GoFundMe was launched that raised almost $200,000 to help pay for his legal fees. Riley says he's speaking out now because he wants people to know what kind of abuse teachers everywhere endure.
The sad part about it is it's like teachers are being treated like that every day. You know, they're being assaulted, abused, and something needs to be said about it.
So I want you to understand that you had a teacher who's been teaching music for plenty of years, and also he got a website where he got music. You know, if you go on there, you go to MarstonRileyMusic.com, and he got songs like Prayed Up, Gotta Keep Praising, Remix, A Soulful Praise, Thank You, and Thank You Postlude. So it seems to me he do gospel music. It's a website for purchasing his music. You can download the albums, individual songs, or buy the CD. And also he was telling people when all this stuff was going on, thank you for the GoFundMe, but he also preferred that you also download his music. And for the whole album, it was $7, so I'm sure a lot of people bought his music. And he got different albums, actually. Got two albums. God is his inspiration behind his music. He has been good to me. As far as his bio, it says he's a solo musician. He's an orchestrator, composer, arranges his own music. Featured instrument in his music is the guitar. The genre of the music is Christian, jazz, and gospel, okay? He was born and raised in Compton, California. He currently resides in Anaheim, California. He attended, like I told y'all earlier, Sentinel High School in Compton. He graduated from California State University in Haywood, California, with a Bachelor of Art degree in music composition. He has written, arranged, composed, and directed music for orchestras. Bands include marching bands, jazz bands, church bands, choirs, ensembles, and praise teams. He is a former music teacher, is now producing and sharing his own music. So, and also you can contact him. Definitely go to the site and definitely show some love and support. Buy a couple of his CDs or buy some songs. And show him you still support him in 2024. It's soon for it to be 2025, but yeah. So I went on to his Facebook, and you know, that's been some years. So he gotta be, it was 18, 24, he gotta be in his 70s now. And the last post I seen on Facebook was in March 23rd, 2023. He said, "We ran around the block again in the rain. My running shoes were slipping on the streets, but I finished. God is good." That's the only one I've seen as far as a poster with a picture of him. Now he did post some other stuff. So hopefully he's still around, still kicking and living. And like I told y'all, things is not the same like it used to be when it comes to school, when it comes to students, even when it comes to certain teachers. But I want y'all to let me know, Couch Gang. I gotta know. Is Marston Riley a victim or a volunteer? Definitely let me know what y'all think about this one. So all right, man, I'm finna go ahead and get back on the couch, man, and do what I do best, nothing. Like, subscribe, definitely comment. And also, if you got any stories that y'all, or any topics or any videos, any articles that y'all want me to talk about in victim or volunteer, don't hesitate, let me know. Holla at your boy.
Y'all tell me what y'all think. Appreciate y'all tuning in. I'm Mr. Palmer, and this conversation is over. Couch Gang, Couch Gang.